Hey, everybody, welcome to Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill. Joining me, as per usual, are my two fantastic giggly co-hosts, Dave and Steve. How's it going, fellas?
Well, the air guitar and the air drum is working great tonight.
And I forgot that I muted my mic when I yelled at Bill. I said he didn't hear me, so forgot.
Dang
Good
it.
day. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Why did you mute me, Mike? I need the mic open when we're doing... Yeah. Anyway, episode 36.
Are you sure it's not 36?
I
Hi,
think
guys.
so. Recorded Friday, June 16th, 2023. Welcome, everybody. Get a couple of announcements out of the way. Once again, the 2023 Crossroads of America Trucking Show at the Fort Wayne War Memorial Coliseum. And that is July 21st, 22nd. Is it the 21st through the 23rd?
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to need you to be there and be square. We got some stuff to read on that.
By the way, before we get too far into the show, this is Father's Day weekend. I'd like to thank both of you gentlemen for being outstanding fathers and everybody out there listening too.
Right.
Yep, and those that
Because
are here still
everybody's got
and
one in
gone,
prison.
You know.
Yeah. I do miss my dad. I will say that.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
You know, I've got to, we could talk about that, but...
But we'll keep it happy.
You know, I was thinking the other day, because I grew up around a lot of old people when I was younger, and it occurred to me that I'm in a time in my life where the old people are all gone. I don't know if you guys are in that place or have been in that place. I know I've got a birth mother that's still alive, and I'm thankful for that. But as far as like the old people that I grew up with, or that lived around this neighborhood I live in, I've been here in one capacity or another so long that I knew at one point in my life all the original owners to all these post-war houses in this neighborhood.
Well, I've learned that I'm old enough now that I'm the old guy. Everybody that
So the old folks are not gone. There you are, right there.
Yes, I'm the
Okay.
old guy.
I didn't want to say that out loud, but
Well, I'm thankful because now
okay,
I know.
Okay, real
can-
quick. Just
Will you
make
sit next to me on the railroad tracks later on, Dave, and tell me a story
as long as you
about?
bring
and
your
put some
fishing pole.
pennies on the rail waiting for the train to come. Yeah.
As long as you get your
Okay.
fishing pole out there.
You boys, real quick, just a short story.
Okay.
Something that is a fond memory of your dad. I mean, all our dads are gone, so
My dad was
it can be funny or serious.
65, and he loved watching tractor pulls. So I built him a garden tractor pole where he's pulling this sled, front wheels 3 feet off the ground, moving 2 miles an hour. And I never seen a bigger smile on his face ever. Like, a 3-year-old could be doing this, but he was tickled to death. And that still sticks in my head.
I don't have one particular experience that really pops into my head, but I do remember that one thing that Mom and Dad did when I was growing up was Mom would come in and say the prayers with me, and then Dad just sat down and we just talked for a couple minutes, and it was kind of a wisdom sharing moment, just the two of us. Of course, that's been so long ago now. I mean, we're talking
One of them
late
don't
70s.
piss in the bed because you got to lay there or something.
I mean, he was about half cocked by that time of the evening, and
Well, they all were. By 8 o'clock we had to come in, and they were usually drunk by then. So.
but that's my dad was. He was the sentimental type. I mean, some people get abusive, some people get. I get chatty when I'm drinking, and my dad
Really?
he would get Dad would get sentimental, and that's I could handle that sometimes, but it got to be a bit much.
What I remember about my dad was he chewed chewing tobacco, And any vehicle you rode in with him, he spit out the window. So you didn't want the seat behind him ever. Every one of his sisters that's ever rode with him in the back of a conversion van that he had or an old 4-door Chevy Nova, you'd always hear one of them screaming their heads off because they got hit with you in the back of spit to come back in the window.
That is funny.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I just talked to one of them about it the one day. I said, "Do you remember that?" And they're like, "Oh my God." The youngest one, which was, I don't know, 15, 20 years younger than my dad, was always like, "Oh, I definitely remember that because I was the one that always had to sit behind him." So, okay. Well, hey, get to our announcement here.
Oh,
It's Father's Day weekend. We had to get something in there about fathers.
That's right.
yeah, I could probably go on and on about that. Maybe we will, but I guess we got some stuff here that they would like us to read, and I am
Promote.
Not read. We're promoting.
We're good.
We're
at promoting.
promoting.
Stuff. We like to promote stuff.
this particular trucking show that we're going to in July is. Am I right saying that this is the
Caters
first?
more to expediters.
Okay, but this is the first of its kind, right? This is
No.
the first.
This is their
No.
23rd.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right.
This is
It's
their
the first
23rd.
time here in our local region, so we ended up getting it because we have the hotels in the parking lot for the truck show and stuff. So
And your friends, Three Fat Truckers, have the exclusive, kids.
that's right.
Because we're, as far as I know, we're
Well,
the only.
speaking of 3 fat truckers, what's this say, Bill? That first thing, welcome.
Welcome barbecue.
That's right up our alley.
That's what they're calling Thursday night, July 20th at 6 p.m. Are you ready for an awesome Thursday night? Join us for our kickoff event from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. We've got all the makings of a great time. Barbecue, sides, and dessert, all courtesy of Load 1. But that's
Way to
not
go,
all.
Load one.
Yeah, thanks, Load 1.
After you know that, you're going to have a load one. Maybe a 2, but we'll get there.
You're going to have Load 3 at least. But that's not all. We've also got some fun games planned, like cornhole,
That
and
road
Jenga.
itself, I'm going to skip the cornhole joke, but that road itself, Bill.
It did.
It goes without saying, doesn't it? And Jenga to keep the good times rolling. Plus, a DJ will be providing the perfect soundtrack to keep you moving and grooving all night long. Oh, that's peachy.
That's right up our alley.
Yeah, keep
Old
moving.
fat
Yeah,
guys
you know
grooving and
it. Moving on to the next buffet. This is the perfect opportunity to meet new people in the industry or catch up.
You leave now. We dry cleaner.
Oh, why you so big? Why not?
Big.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh.
Sidetrack. Go ahead. That's
This
perfect
is the-
opportunity.
Yeah, I'll start over. This is the perfect opportunity to meet new people in the industry or catch up with old friends. And the best part, Load 1 is hosting the dinner, but we're giving back too with a free will offering that will go directly to the St. Christopher Fund. Don't miss out on this amazing night of food, fun, and philanthropy. Your expo registration includes participation at the barbecue for free. Sponsored
Oh.
by Load 1.
Wrong thing to say.
The 3
Well, that's
fat
Friday.
guys.
That's Friday night, Bill. What the heck are we going to, or that's Thursday night. What are we going to do Friday night?
Well, it's funny you should
So you
ask,
should
Dave.
ask. Yeah, Dave.
Oh, man, oh, man,
You,
oh, man.
you feel a little lucky, do you, Dave?
It's
I
as,
might feel like
it's
you
as
wanna
though
gamble
he
a
knew.
Yeah, there you go.
So, okay, Friday night, casino night at Expedite Expo, Friday, July 21st, 7 p.m. through 10 p.m. By far the most fun of the weekend. This is guaranteed to give you a real casino experience with blackjack, roulette, craps, Texas Hold'em, and a DJ. No cost to play. They'll provide fun bucks and casino chips with awesome prizes to win.
Sounds like the
sponsored
craps goes with the barbecue, Dave.
I was getting ready to say that, but I was going to let him finish.
by Friday night. By Friday night, the craps will be well.
You'd be
Okay, and that's
wishing you could hold them.
all. That is sponsored by Highfield Trucking. Hayfield.
Yep.
I apologize.
Highfield.
Highfield, yeah.
But
Way
yeah,
to go,
and-
Highfield. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Not a low field, a high field.
That's right.
Expo is not just fun, but you can also profit potential through education. Most sessions are taught by your peers. We offer individual speakers and panels designed for live Q&A, giving you the opportunity to ask specific questions and receive answers from industry leaders who are the most qualified to speak on those topics.
Sounds like some small.
They're going to regret
workshop
me
or something.
because you know the kind of questions I ask. They will regret ever saying, yeah, I'll answer
Yeah,
you."
we're going to have to keep Dave
Thing
away
is,
from that.
you won't remember the questions you asked 3 seconds later. So
Well, that's okay. I don't need the answer. It's just the point of asking.
Yeah.
Wow.
the Dave Heimers will kick in.
Bill brightened his life.
Yeah, I was in the middle of fixing something, and then I had to go. I got to look over here to do that, and then I got to look over here to read all this. So,
Well, continue on, sir.
yeah, continuing on. All seminars are free to attend and do not require advance registration. Seating is limited. Workshops will be offered exclusive times on both Friday and Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. As always, registration is free. Just go to www.expediteexpo.com. Yeah. I will have. I'm
We're
going
looking
to
forward to looking for you in this wonderful city of Fort Wayne.
Yeah, I'm going to put this information in the announcement section of our website, 3ftpodcast.org. And, of course, these show notes will also be available there on the website as well. But we're getting real excited because the show's coming up, and we had a heck of a good time in
We're
Louisville.
gonna have some merch, some shirts to sell.
Oh yeah,
hats.
I might give away one or two, but we're still on the rest.
Oh, you're giving all of them away. And you know
But it's good. It's our hometown. We're getting ready. We got good sponsors for the stuff that are giving away. It looks like it's going to be fun. We didn't get that at the Matt show.
Well,
I
the
had
one
to-
I remember. Well, Bill's getting.
Yeah, I'm turning off the automatic thing because it's,
Isn't it rule? Don't play with the knobs when we're on
Yeah,
show.
yeah. What's this button do?
Hey, what's this button do here, right here, Bill? What's this one do? Well, it's the hang up button. Click.
Oh my!
Anyways, the
they're
kid
making
I
fun of me because I'm playing with my video settings here.
The
Because
kid I
Oh.
ran into at that wedding is
either
from
the-
Indianapolis, so
Yeah.
I want to try and get a hold of him, tell him, "Hey, come up and see us at Fort Wayne." But yeah, he
So
was
now you're
in-
just sitting back playing with yourself.
yay, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it, Dave. You're not going to do it.
It's
Nope.
Friday night.
Nope.
It's Friday night, and I just got paid at 4:00 in the evening. By the way, yeah, I don't mind bringing that up.
Yeah. Well, let
Took them
that
all
dog
day
ride.
to, yeah.
I don't
But-
get
them all.
paid till next
It's
week.
nice. It's nice to let everybody know. We got a full list here, guys. If you're interested in everything that's going on in our show notes, timed schedules, who's doing what, with insurance, with owner operators, all kinds of different scheduling meetings. We would read it, but then we would just read you a boring show. It's way
Yeah,
too much.
Like I said, this is all going to be on the website, and I'm going to link directly to the show notes in the YouTube description. So if you're watching us on YouTube, it'll be in the description. Just click on that. If you are listening to the audio only podcast, I am going to also put a link in the show description or show notes, depending on what player you're using.
I have a simple question here. Yeah, from 9:45 to 9:30, they're doing the big picture next step. Isn't that from the Smith system? Do you guys remember taking that?
I have no idea what you're talking of.
You guys have been not in trucking long enough.
Okay.
Really?
and work
That's
for
that's some ass beating talk right there, boy.
you bunch of rookies.
You old straight truck driver.
I suppose you got yellow stripes
You don't
painted
need
on
to-
your bumpers. You got a yellow
I
stripe on your
backed
back
up more
bumper.
miles than you drove forward, son.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've heard anybody say that.
Hey, I started out as a yard jockey. I drove more backwards
You
than I
should
did
have
forward.
stayed as a yard jockey.
Locked,
Keep
loaded,
you
and
ass-
fired.
Keep you guys off the daggone road. Anyway, we got a bunch to cover here. Let's go.
Are we gonna cover all this? I mean,
Whatever you do.
Yeah, we only have. It's what we do.
yeah. So, well, what do you want
Long
to
way
do?
to go and a short time to get there.
Trucking 101, your gateway to success in the trucking industry. This session is on both Friday, July 21st and Saturday, July 22nd, 8:30 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. You only need to choose one day to attend.
Oh,
Or-
yeah. You can't read all this, Bill. This is what I was talking about. We're going to post
Okay.
all this. There's way too much. Yeah.
Well, then
And-
you guys were jerking my changalang for not reading on, so.
oh, no, no.
Changalang. Changalang.
No. This is what we're-
Changalang.
Scroll down a little bit once you get past room B and everything, because
I just want to.
Where's room C?
I don't know, but
I just want to, like, this is the most organized show notes I've ever seen in my life.
you're welcome.
No.
There's nothing like just throwing it all in there, Bill.
Oh,
Shake
sure
it up
is.
and see what comes out.
Dude, this
Come
looks like
on.
he threw everything into a basket and dumped it out on the floor. I don't know what you're talking about, so if you got it in front of you, read it, Dave. You go. What?
Yeah, you
You
need
went
to
to elementary
scroll
school.
all the way down to where
You
it
need to
says-
scroll all the way down.
I have scrolled. I'm down to my
I'm
stuff.
I'm down there. Yeah, I'm there too.
Well, then go ahead and start reading, Dave.
Go ahead. Well, this is Steve's
at?
stuff. I don't want to.
Oh, no.
Right there.
I
Go
thought you
ahead.
doing apple seed B.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
but-
no, no. That's all part of the same thing
Oh,
we're doing.
okay.
Yes.
What I pulled up here was 12 historical fun facts about the trucking industry. And you might not know some of these.
No,
Okay.
what I was trying to say is we don't need to read all this stuff because it's basically the layout for the whole weekend. But
Right
we'll
on.
post it.
It'll be in the show notes. You can,
Yes.
y'all can read it. In fact, please do. Anyway, go, Steve, go. Before he starts talking
Well, some
again.
of the fun facts, and this is some. I'm going to skip through some of this. Like I said, you can see the show notes on our
Yeah.
page here. But the first one I have here, it says Alexander Winton is considered the inventor of the semi truck. Okay. The first semi truck is credited to a Scottish immigrant named Alexander Winton, who sold his first truck in 1899. Based out of Cleveland, the Winton Motor Carriage Company made the first passenger cars, but needed a way to deliver the products to their buyers. This need led him to create the first semi-truck, a car hauler, which was used by Winton and other car manufacturers. So a car hauler was the first semi. Number two, railroads dominated transportation into the 1930s.
That I did know.
It's easy to take the strength of the trucking industry for granted. While the car took over the American roads by 1910, thanks to a large part of Henry Ford's affordable Model T, the shipping and large transportation industry remained the realm of railroads. Heavy-duty trucks started to gain use after the First World War in 1918, but didn't become the masters of the freight until the 1930s. For those who care to learn more about the why trucking is better than rail, view earlier infographic.
Question:
Yep.
Why did the trucking take over?
Well, I'll tell you right here. First National Truck Rodeo was held in 1937, Dave.
I believe it was the highways.
Yeah, that was the
That was
Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
yeah,
And that was the thing there. The interstates, those were not made for cars.
No, that was all
They were
for
made
war.
to make freight move across the country.
Yep.
The cars got
And-
to use them.
And land airplanes if we
Yep.
needed to make runways instantly and to fight wars.
Yeah.
But the First National Truck Rodeo, it's an annual event that pits the nation's finest truckers against each other in a test of skills, knowledge, and professionalism. You hear that, boys? Professionalism.
I mean, you don't sit on the back and hang on as long as you can until
was
the
gonna say, that's where you
nationwide
lost me.
competition starts with state-level qualifying and culminates in honoring the country's best.
Well, thank
Number
you.
4, the
Thank you.
interstate highway system got rolling in 1956. The Federal Aid Highway Act passed in 56 authorized the creation of 41,000 miles worth of interstate, Dave. That's what you were saying. Legislation by Dwight D. Eisenhower put $25 billion in funds towards a 20-year construction plan. Without this law, fundamental to the history of trucking and highways it built, the national trucking industry would be very different today. There have been two laws called the Motor Carrier Act. Ironically, the two acts had opposite goals. The Motor Carrier Act of 35 restricted practices in the industry which unregulated and made significant gains on the railroad up to that point. The goal of the first act was to rein in unstable, cutthroat competition among trucking companies. The Motor Carrier Act of 1980, however, sought to deregulate the industry, giving it more freedom over hiring, prices, and operations. First National Truck Driver Appreciation Week was in 1998. You think they'd have had one before that, wouldn't you?
Okay, now, before you go any farther, me and Bill just had this conversation the other day about I'm giving myself an award for the backing job I did last week that nobody will ever see. How I got around them posts and back into that crane to load those mats that beats anybody. So I figure if in Hollywood they can pat themselves on the back for doing a good role in the movies, I ought to be able to say, man, you should have seen what I did, and nobody gets to see it or appreciate it except me. So,
Well done, Dave.
thank you.
Let's
Thank
see,
you.
I'm gonna skip over.
Thank my lawyer, my truck, and my God
This is,
for the
this is your
trophy.
favorite right here. In 1913 trucking history, the first state weight limits were introduced.
Driver slide your seat back. You're over on the steer.
You're over there. In the early days, there was no weight limit regulations on trucks. The obvious problem, road damage. The damage was especially severe to the fact that many trucks of the era had solid rubber or even iron wheels in 1913. Four states, Maine, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Washington, enacted separate weight limits. Every state eventually had their own regulations, but it wasn't until 1981 that all the states adopted a uniform weight limit of 80,000 pounds. 1981 is when that come through. 80,000.
Hey, Steve.
And
you
who
think
was
they-
president in 81?
Reagan, wasn't it? Or
I
Carter?
think so.
Steve, you would think they'd also pass the same thing in overweight permits.
I don't
Every
know what
state.
you're talking about.
Well,
gotta have
we're
a
not
fact-
over
you gotta
on
ha-
wits here.
You got to have wits with.
Yeah, we ain't got to
You
worry
got to
about
have a
that.
fat girl in a truck once in a while. Okay. The American Trucking Association was assembled in 1933. First hours of service rules were seen in 1938. Did you know that?
Yeah, he was lying on his logbook then, too.
Limiting drivers to 12 hours behind the wheel and 15 hours maximum on duty. By 1939, they were already overhauled with changes of on duty and off-duty status. They've been reviewed over and over throughout trucking history, and current hours of service rules were likely changed with proposals under the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Act. Department of Transportation, DOT, was created in 1967. You thought they'd have been around a little longer, that wouldn't you?
Dots? No, that was soon enough.
But and then when 9/11 came, it sparked changes in hazmat, CDL, and driving. We all know
Yeah.
about that. It made it hell, and it cost you a background check that cost you $100 now to get your hazmat on your license. Besides the price of the license, and,
I believe that's 150 now.
yeah,
Inflation.
So, and that I'm trying to remember who all. Anyway,
That's some
I'll
fun
skip you.
facts.
But yeah, it's just stuff. I mean, some of it I didn't know, and some of it I did. This here is 5 mind-blowing facts about the trucking industry, and this came from White Line Express.
When
And
then
what
the guys jumped through that big sign at the end of the movie, drove the mule truck and the Ford, when that White Line Express.
Yeah, I've seen white lines.
Well, these numbers are gonna blow your mind here on a couple of things here. The
It
first
don't
thing it
stop,
says
and it don't
around 50 billion is paid in trucking related taxes every year. Okay.
Okay.
lot of the taxes to own a truck. Apparently, this number sits around $50 billion a year. That's over $3,000 per truck a year. Number two, over 300 billion yearly miles are registered by truck drivers. There's a handful of numbers thrown around when it comes to distance traveled by truck drivers in a year. The most reliable is 300 billion, according to trucking.org. That number is from 2020.
I've added a couple of them.
Which means that it could be even higher in recent years. It's 3 years old. Number three, over-the-road truckers spend over 240 nights per year away from their families. And it says here, trucking is pretty much a lifestyle. There's plenty of jobs, such as an office job, work with a company as a lifestyle, usually an exaggeration. In the trucking world, it may be actually an under-exaggeration. Truck drivers live and breathe as many of them spend weeks away from their families at a time, according to JIT Truck Parts. This adds up to around 240 nights a year.
Don't you think we need to up the pay on that a little bit too? Hadn't it been at that $40 for a lot of years?
Yeah. Well, all the
No, not really.
No, per diems.
That was
different
25
state.
until just a few years ago. I
For
think.
maybe you guys, but for the state, when you do taxes, they don't let you do it no more unless you're owner operator.
Oh
But
yeah, I
it was
remember
up to
that.
$64 a day for
Yeah.
taxes for that state. But yeah. Number four, semi trucks need 3 football fields of space to stop. Well, we already knew that. I don't even play football.
I don't either. I can do it in 3 soccer fields. I don't know why they need football.
I have never stopped my truck on a football field. I don't know
Ah.
where they're getting this information from.
Hut, hike. Oh. Number five.
Excuse me.
I don't think
The
they would appreciate
transportation-
us using football
Yeah.
fields to stop our trucks on.
I had a truck on Ford Field in Detroit before.
Well, yeah, but you had an
Ooh.
excavator on the back too.
No,
Ah,
I
yeah,
had a
okay.
load of hot tubs for a spa show.
Oh,
Number five, the transportation industry uses over 46 billion gallons of diesel per year.
that all?
That's a lot of
That's
fossil
a
fuels,
lot of-
kids.
Yes, it
That's-
is.
that's
46
one tanker.
billion.
One tanker. And by tanker, you mean, did you get it? Did you get it, Dave?
It's in there.
Yeah, you was about 2 knuckles deep at one
Yeah,
point there.
and what's the bottom of that? The last 2 lines say, Bill.
Dirty dad joke of the day. Ask Steve, laughing my ass off. So, what could that be, Steve?
I'm going to try and clean it up and make it PG the best I can.
Maybe PG-17. Or what?
see.
How does that work?
It's
PG-13.
it's the old, I'm watching your faces now. I got to get my reaction.
Oh, that's right. We got to laugh.
No,
Dave,
no.
so-
I want it to be honest here, okay?
Oh, jeez.
Little Johnny.
You want honesty? You come to the wrong channel.
Little Johnny hears a bunch of noise coming from his mom and dad's bedroom. He goes walking down the hall and opens the door. He sees his mom dressed up in a cheerleader outfit on all fours and his dad with a pair of chaps on, and they're just going at it.
Father's
And
Day.
little Johnny says, "Dad!" And his dad says, "Go to your room, Johnny. I'll be there in 20 minutes." Little Johnny closed the door, goes to his room. 20 minutes later, his bedroom door slings open, and his dad sees little Johnny just pouring it to his grandma. And his dad goes, "Johnny!" And Johnny says, "Ain't too funny when it's your mom."
Ah, God.
Okay,
Good
now
old
That's
Johnny.
as clean
Boy,
as I
take-
could get it.
That was pretty good. That one was pretty
It
good.
ain't real funny when it's your mom, is it?
Oh, my God. There is nothing better than a grandma joke. I'll tell you what.
Hey,
No.
nothing a good bad dad joke at the end of it.
I loaded
No.
a trailer for your mom today, Steve.
Did you?
Yeah, speaking of... I couldn't figure out a way to segue.
Yeah, how did you load?
I was loading it for your mom.
You remember the one old jokes that I told you about the guy where he farts and he's like, "Boy, that's going to itch when that dries."
God, that happens all the time, though. And every time it happens, I think of your stupid little joke, and I think, yeah, that ain't very. That's
No, it
not
ain't my
very
joke.
funny.
It was a joke.
Oh,
I heard a guy tell these jokes, and the other one was he talks. That starts out where he's like, "Man, I got this old guy I work with, and he says the oddest things." And that was one of them. He says the other one is he said when he sees a good looking woman walking through, he'll look at you and go, "Boy, I'd dry hump her shadow on a gravel parking lot."
That's
So, like,
that's
okay.
almost as bad as you sent me today about.
What did I sent you today?
I do believe I got a turtle head sticking out there.
Oh, that was
Oh,
hilarious.
it's getting mushy.
From Mike, fat bastard
Austin
from Mike
Powers.
Myers. Austin
Yeah.
Powers, yeah. Where he's like, "Get in my belly."
We don't get movies like that anymore. Austin Powers or
No, dude. I'll
Slapstick.
tell you what. I'll flip through on Netflix, whatever, and I seen like today, Blazing Saddles.
oh,
Yeah.
You could not play that movie now ever, or make a
You
movie
say
like
that, but
Bullshit.
What's his
Play
name?
it
Making a
and
new
then
movie.
Everybody is so offended.
What's
I
that
don't-
guy's name that made that?
Huh?
The guy
Yeah,
that,
Mel
that made
Brooks.
that.
Mel Brooks, yeah.
He's making a new movie.
Yeah,
And
and I don't
I-
care what nobody says. Suck it up if you get pissed off. Don't
Because
care.
he's a rich Jew there in Hollywood. That's what ran Hollywood. There ain't
Look,
nobody
if
gonna
the
say nothing
Jews
to Mel
can do it,
Brooks.
anybody can do it.
You know, the only people that get upset and say you can't play it is the ones that won't play. I don't give a shit. Like I told Bill, I'm in that point in my life where it's fucking. It fucks it. Well,
Beep 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 beep.
yeah.
Look at Bill shaking his head.
Well, at least it wasn't me.
Nope.
This time.
It was me. Don't care.
Hey, I never said we were going to be zero.
NFG, right?
Well, I mean, you're going to get the odd word here and there. We are truck drivers, and it.
We say that about truck drivers and longshoremen. Man, you watch some of these ladies.
Whoa. Pump the brakes there, Big Daddy. Longshoremen.
Yeah.
Let's say
cuss.
sailors.
Sailors, whatever. Ah,
Longshoremen.
Maybe he knows something about them that we don't.
you go on
I think he's our
TikTok
boyfriend.
or any of these places, we don't say the F-bomb half as bad as women do anymore.
No, the whole point behind that was just that I knew that there was a few people that were like not watching the show just because of the language. So
Did
Yeah,
I
I
send
know.
you the TikTok of the girl having her first bikini wax?
No.
And she did it herself.
why on earth would you do that?
I was crying.
Right into the
I
show,
was
show at
laughing so hard.
3ftpodcast.org, and let us know why would you give yourself a bikini wax?
But and then they can't kill a spider. What the hell?
I know men 6'7", 340 pounds that won't get near a spider.
Oh, my God.
And I'm
I
like,
suppose
yep,
they're-
but I'm thankful because then I can call him a pussy.
I suppose they won't kill a snake either.
Well,
I know people
I just
are
learned
afraid
to
of
live with
snakes.
snakes. Yeah, I wouldn't want to square off on a king cobra or anything like that, but
As long as I got a shovel, yeah, I'll take him up.
those are warrior snakes, dude.
Good
They'll
8
duck
foot
and they'll duck
handle.
and weave on you. Steve's looking for something.
Oh,
No,
hey, Bill. Hey, Bill.
I'm gonna
Hey,
share
what?
something with you guys.
Hey, Bill.
Hey,
What are we doing? What are we doing Monday?
I don't know, Dave. Oh, let me think. Hey, we've got an interview with.
We have an interview.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I wish I had more information on how to consume this content, but it is the Road Warriors.
That's
it.
the show.
Yeah.
Road Warrior, Women's Road Warriors.
Women's
But-
Road Warriors. Road
Road
Warrior.
It's Trucking Network. Is
Okay.
the
Hey, look
Internet
how well
show, I
I'm
guess.
prepared.
yes. You wasn't. I hit you with this cold. I apologize.
Oh, it's an
I did.
internet show. I thought it was a proper
I
radio
think
station.
it's it may be both. I know it's on the internet, but they are out of. Go
Houston.
ahead.
Good. I was just gonna tell you guys, make sure you watch the ones I sent you and show your wife that one, Bill.
I'll watch it first.
Don't trust me, smart move.
No,
You know.
no, but we
you know,
met
the
some
wife.
people at the Matt show, and they were kindly enough to invite us to do an interview of us on their show. So
Yep.
we're going to do that Monday. Looking forward to it. Reaching out there at the Trucking Network.
And maybe
radio.
Steve will bring some of his pickle juice for you to share
Pickle
with him.
juice.
Lift that jar up again. That looks like pickle juice, y'all. Look, looks
Gar-
like
what's
he's
it say
drinking
on the-
pickle
What's it
juice.
say on the label?
I don't know. You
don't
got to
know.
move it closer.
Garlic and jalapeno.
Yes.
Hey, it's
Pickle
Diet
juice.
Dew.
It looks like pickle juice.
You know, we ought to buy him a cup.
Tainted pickle juice.
Ah.
It's seasoned pickle.
Anyway, go on. The girl we met. Yeah, we met one of the co-hosts of the Women's Road Warriors radio show. Is
And
that
we
it?
didn't know that.
I didn't know she had anything to do with that. I mean,
Oh.
you know, we interviewed a lot of people. I'm not saying
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't pay attention, but I mean, it was our first time doing it. And once again, I've got to shout out to my buddy Steve here. He conducted every single one of those interviews like a champ.
I like talking
I
to
was, oh, dude, I was so tickled the way
Bill's
all
out
that
of his
worked
comfort
out.
zone having to be face to face talk to anybody.
I mean, when we
He's getting better,
s-
though.
it was a lot of anxiety leading up to that show, but then it all just kind of melted away when I saw how well everybody just kind of seemed to fall in place. Everything just kind of seemed to work. We had some technical issues that we dealt with, you know, and all that, but I'm kind of looking forward to the next thing. Whereas before, you know, I wasn't able to just kick back and enjoy it the way I do now.
Well, like we
it'll be
said.
fun.
Oh, by the way, they're doing us good on this show. The only thing we got to get is the internet. So we'll
But-
be good for that.
Yeah.
And that was our only problem with the Matt show, is we wish we had better internet, but now we know. We know how it works.
I don't think
Yep.
we even need it. Next time we'll just do the uploading from the hotel. Yeah.
Yep.
That just wasn't worth the money. And, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah.
So what did you do this week, Bill?
What did I do? Okay, so Monday was wastewater. I took one of those wastewater boxes to. Was it? No.
That's
not
what I did.
Is that what you did too, Steve?
Yep, right to the
Way
toilet,
to go.
wastewater.
No, and then Tuesday I did. Okay, yeah, Tuesday come back, and then the
Now
next
you're
day.
getting old when you can't remember what you done.
Oh, this happens all the time. Wednesday, I took a empty roll-off box down to Indy, switched that off with a loaded one, hot-shotted that up to Chicago, delivered it, and came all the way back home. I made a day trip out of that.
Super trucker.
Thursday was wastewater again. No. No. See, Thursday was DuQuoin, load of copper to DuQuoin, Illinois, and then came back and loaded 2 trailers, one of which for your mom, to go to Culloden, West by God, Virginia.
There you go.
And the other one's going to Sykeston, Missouri.
Where'd you go, Davey?
I went to Rudisill Boulevard and Highway 14.
Yeah, he was local all week. Containers on a.
How
on
many
a spot
streetwalkers did you pick up off of Rudisill?
None. There's a big hole down there. You know they dug a big tunnel through Fort Wayne underneath the
Yeah.
ground?
Yeah, I did. I moved
Yeah.
one of that stuff from the dig.
Yeah. Well, I asked them, I said, well, so what is the purpose of this? And they said it's a 5-mile storage tank for poop. And I said,
For-
that's it?
It's pretty
Well,
much
it's-
it's an aqueduct, pretty much what it is, to move all the extra.
Yes,
There's
the
no
extra
flooding.
waste, when the flood waters come, instead of the water running into the rivers, it runs into that, and then they pull it out of there and treat it when they have time. So it's a big holding tank for poop.
Which I think is fantastic because it's been here. Fort Wayne is, for people that have never been here,
1983, the flood. Was it
1982.
82?
Yeah.
Down there on Fox's tire.
Yeah, they got rid of the
Which is
tire, and
gone.
they've got like a little monument
Yeah.
thing now, and it's it is what it is. People remember it, but
By
the-
the way, guys, it's the Trucking Network radio show interview. I've looked
Trucking
it all up.
Network radios. We will talk more about that on the next
The next
show,
one.
and I'm going to record just kind of the same way we record this show, because we're going to use Zoom, which is kind of similar, but not really, to the software we use to make this show. So we'll have a little bit of that to share. I don't think I might upload the whole thing to our YouTube if they don't mind, but that is, you just never know if it's copyrighted material or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be, I have no idea what they're going to ask us. We've been presented with nothing that
And I
I'm
kind
aware
of
of.
like that. I did write
Well,
up a
yeah,
good.
it's fine, but you better be ready for, if you're gonna if you're
Yeah.
gonna push us for improv, you're gonna get improv. I mean, we can shoot from the hip, but it's
Well, we
it's-
had to write up our own. What are we? So, and
yes. And Dave did that without knowing how to type, which sometimes I wonder how people do the things they do. Dave wrote up a perfectly articulate and well. Did you see that, Steve? That little
I don't think he got
description?
to see it.
Okay,
what?
so Dave wrote up a description, kind of synopsis of who we are and what the show is and all that, and because they kind of wanted something to post in their, I don't know if it's
Three
is
fat
it for them
truckers
to-
that are smart
yeah.
asses that want to eat.
Well, I mean, Dave made us sound like
Professional?
We're-
Don't we can't
Yeah.
have that shit. No, no.
I can attempt to read it.
yeah. Go ahead.
Introducing three fat truckers, Dave, Steve, and Bill, the trucking podcast that gets it all. Get your fix on the latest trucking news, highlights, and local comedy, with some bad dad jokes in there, all while being on the road. Join the seasoned truck drivers as they travel the highways and byways across America and explore the driving conditions with listening whatever we are, a trucking industry episodes of whoops, I read that wrong, into what we're looking for from Three Fat Truckers. Is a podcast is for you. Turn in and join us for the ride. So I missed a couple periods and stuff in there, but basically that's
Are you
what it is.
pregnant?
No, but by the way, I am, because I hate you guys poking me.
Okay, Pillsbury.
Once again, well done, Dave.
Three fat
You guys, man.
Three fat truckers is not any good to go to a show when there's only one of you there.
And there's
you
gonna
get
be-
beat up. You get beat up a
It's
lot.
not good for us to go to a show that's going to have free barbecue. I'll tell you right
Well,
now.
that's another
Oh,
one.
man.
I wonder.
You
if
know
there's
how
any-
they keep
if
us
there's
away
any
from that
records,
is
we can break a couple records of eating or something. I mean,
put free
that's-
bourbon, like put the barbecue over here and put the free bourbon over here. and maybe
Pump
we'll
the
stay
brakes.
right
What'd you
here.
say? Free bourbon.
Free bourbon. Maybe that'll keep us away from the bourbon. No, that'll make it
No,
worse.
no. Then you'll be at the casino night broke,
No, I'll just be drinking and eating.
eating and drinking, drinking.
Now they said they're going to be using funny money, so we ain't got to worry about going broke.
Well, that's true.
Just run out of funny money.
Well, I'll bring my own Monopoly money then.
Well, I'm kind of curious what kind of truck show, because we got the Mid America Truck Show, or the Mid. I'm saying it wrong. It's Midwest American Truck Show. Look at that look on Bill's face there.
You still ain't got it.
You
Still
can
ain't
have
got it.
on your
I'm
screen in
close.
front of you?
No,
Crossroads.
Crossroads. There we go.
Crossroads. I mean, I was the one screwing it up at first, and then
Yeah.
I put it all over
I
our
remember a
website. so-
Crossroads thing, but it was always had a picture of a cross, and it was part of a trucking Bible
that's-
thing.
That's Indiana's license plate, Crossroads of America.
Nah,
Remember that for years?
I remember the
I like how Indiana takes credit for that.
the
Remember.
semi trailers at the truck stops that had the chapels in them.
Oh, you mean like over there at Beaver Dam?
Oh,
Still got
yeah.
the chapel there?
I mean, and there'd be a
Those-
traveling
they're
minister
everywhere.
and yeah.
Well, they were mostly the old 76s, weren't they?
Well, and they were more. You've seen them more in
Petros.
the 70s and 80s. They're sort of have faded out over the years.
Yeah, we're not as quite religion now. That and they all
Um,
don't fess Mecca.
Yes, we are. I see them standing beside their trucks on their mat, facing the east all the time, doing this.
Well, they don't need a trailer at the parking lot.
The views of Steve are his own and in no way reflect
Well, I've
those
seen a
of
gentleman
three
out
fat
doing
truckers.
that before.
Oh,
And a
I
guy pulls in beside him, laying on the air horn, and tries to run him over, and the guy jumps up and runs, and then
Oh,
starts
this is
yelling
no
at him.
good.
Yeah,
I thought
right.
this is not a safe place. I don't know why I come here.
and by the way, the views of Steve are all of ours. Don't let him get you.
Just as long as you don't
I
mind
know
me
not
making
this,
fun
but
of
you
it.
speak.
Please understand if I didn't have any respect for it, I wouldn't make fun of it. That's just how it is, folks.
We
Well, I'm
offend
sorry, and
everybody.
yes, we're not here to offend anybody. We're here to offend everybody.
Yes, and in
If
fact,
you can't-
if we
if
did,
you can't take a joke, don't listen.
if
I'm gonna tell you
if
right now.
if we have failed to offend you, please email the show at 3ftpodcast.org and
We will
let
try
us
hard.
know
You just-
who you are.
You
and,
just
and-
got emailed. It sounded like
yeah, it's a text message.
somebody sending
Yeah,
you
but
one.
email the show and let us know who you are and what you're into, and we will get right on it. I'll tell
Oh,
you
now
what.
you want to get kinky?
Yeah, if you can't make fun of something, you know what's
Shouldn't exist.
yeah. And
If-
we've all
okay,
all
here's
had
the thing. If
Something.
Yeah,
You know-
if your thing cannot hold up to a little bit of
Poking at it.
humorous scrutiny, shall we say?
Banter, witty banter, or not so witty, but
I don't know why you guys are talking about my thing on the show. It holds up just fine when I need it.
Mm-hmm. Keep
Just
telling
'cause-
yourself
I
that,
think we're
Dave.
talking
Just-
about different thing in there, wet noodle.
Oh.
But,
Does the old lady grab one of these every time you get it out?
that's a riding crop for him. Let's go, Seabiscuit.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay.
Well, on that note,
Oh, man, we're on fire.
We
here
offended
again.
everybody and then a horse, too.
Dave's over there.
I got to think of one sentence that I could say that would offend the largest number of people possible.
I love Joe
One.
Biden.
I think he covered it.
I retract that, but that was what the sentence he was looking for, probably.
I'm not saying that I'm a Trump fan because I'm certainly not, but
Well,
can't-
politics. Everybody's on one side or the other. You can't
Oh,
make
and I'm-
nobody happy, so
You can't.
don't even try.
but I wonder if Biden
But
has any true
is he
supporters.
awake?
Is,
don't
is
mind.
it really
I-
him or a body double? He died
know,
like 10 years ago.
It's
they
Chat
said.
GPT.
The one that killed me is I seen an interview yesterday. He goes, I got to quit talking. I got off and message. Somebody's going to yell at me. I'm like, you're the president. Who the hell's going to yell at you?
You ain't
One
in
in
charge
his
of
earpiece, the
shit.
one in his earpiece.
Oh God, if he's got people talking in his ear while he's trying to talk, he's screwed.
Well, that's his normal life.
He reads the teleprompter and he reads the stuff he's not supposed to read.
I know they're
Look
building a.
left. Look down. Put your hand up.
Oh, Joe.
I guess I heard they're building a
finally
new.
got to be president, and
It don't matter.
built it.
Every
Oh,
president
he-
there's ever been, somebody's made fun of him.
oh yeah,
Oh yes, I love it that he's building a new train railroad from across the Atlantic to the Indian Ocean. I heard that yesterday too. So that's going to
I
be
have nothing what you're talking about.
yeah. So
I'm gonna need some more input on that.
I just heard
Do
he's
ya?
supposed to be impeached.
Name one president in the last.
now
20
why
years
is he why
that
is he
was
going
not-
to going to Georgia to get peaches?
Make a pie,
Come on.
Dave. Make a
I-
pie.
God, Dave.
I love
Some
peaches.
humble pie, okay?
God, would somebody write the show and save this guy for crying out loud? Oh my God!
Okay, boys, wrap her up.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I thought we started at 2 after.
we were 10
had
minutes late. You know.
3 of my 5 kids in 10 minutes.
Okay, quick.
Quick
Come
draw,
out.
my draw.
When you go to yell at your kids, do you got to run through every name before you get to the one you're wanting to yell at,
Okay, so
like most parents did?
Yes. My name was, damn it,
Yeah,
Steve,
the
Dave,
old
come
Bill
here.
Cosby
if
joke.
you had siblings, they'd always like Bill. If you had 3 siblings, Jim, Jerry, or whatever, instead of your mom and dad trying to yell at you, they couldn't get Bill out, and they'd run through all the names. Jim, Jerry, Jim. Okay, Bill.
Well, in my case, I had my 2 older boys, which are grown now, long grown, and they're 2 years apart from each other. And then a lot of years went by, and I remarried, and then had 2 boys with my present wife, and they're 14 and 15 and 13. And there's some dynamic similarities in the whole process of dealing with these kids, and I don't like mix their names up, but I'll call the oldest of what I call the replacement kids.
Kids.
I call Aiden Curtis sometimes in my head when I'm getting ready to because they're nowhere near similar.
But a lot of parents will do that. They'll run through all the names for
Yeah.
the right one. Now, the funny thing was, my mom would do that. I'm an only child. There's not other names to go through. She
Sure.
would start running through names that are her brothers, and I'm like, hey,
It's funny.
Hey.
She knows my name every time she sees me.
My dad called me Steve, damn it, Dave, come here, all for most of my life. So,
Yeah, that's the old pudding pop joke where he's like, where they said,
You put the pudding in the
damn
pudding
it,
pop."
come here. He says, oh, damn, I'm Jesus Christ.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was my brother.
Good old Bill Cosby. Who knew?
Hey, he's out.
Oh, he
Oh,
must not have did it then.
Yeah.
Oh, just like OJ.
Loophole.
Loophole. I'm rich. You can't do this.
Well, they kind of screwed him for a few years, so because
Yeah.
somebody got
I
pissed
still like
off.
that license plate on that white Bronco. It says not OJ.
Yeah, not OJ.
There
Speaking of
is a
license
good
plates,
portion of the population nowadays that have no idea what that means.
By the way-
I almost want to show it, but I'm like, no. Anytime they show a car for sale, they always black out the license plate, put the thumb over it.
By the way, anybody,
probably shouldn't.
if you
Yeah.
find a
Yeah.
3 fat trucker license plate, go ahead and leave 100 on the windshield.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Got you one of them now, do you, Dave?
Maybe.
I do.
I'm gonna get one.
You can
Yeah,
get
'cause-
it through your like the one you have now, but get it personalized.
I just renewed my plates last week because but it was in a panic mode because I got an email saying, "Hey, your plates expired today," and I was on the road.
Smub, expire, schmeyer, whatever.
Yeah, well,
You're Bill William B. You can do whatever you want to do.
It's all about the money.
it's all about who you know, really.
Or who you blow.
And I don't know anybody, so you can't do nothing to me. So, all right, well, let's wrap it up. You want to write to show at 3ftpodcast.org. We are on Facebook. We got a Twitter and a
Instagram.
Discord and an Instagram. I don't know anything about
You can get a shot for that.
We have a TikTok too.
Twitter.
Yeah, we have a TikTok. So far, all that's on the TikTok is just little. Oh, I actually got the announcement on TikTok for episode 36. I got that today. Since the beginning, since you've started doing that, I've always gotten those like a week after the show aired.
Did you get the song with it and everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was. I was actually kind of excited about that. So yeah, we do
You
have a
actually
TikTok.
got it early for a change.
Yeah.
Well, I
which
think
Well, that's because
And that
Steve did
one
it
there-
today.
that one there, I tagged Misty in that one. So I don't know. I haven't looked back at it to see anything.
see, all that tagging and everything. That is what I need to learn because
I have to be friends or stuff with them to be able to tag them.
Right.
Because I
See,
think
And that's-
Bill,
with,
Bill is
like,
our computer
Misty
genius
and
that
Dollface
knows
and
nothing about.
Cap.
I
social
am a
networking.
social media idiot.
Oh, I'm still
I mean,
learning it myself.
I mean, I never did. I mean, I saw the value somewhat in it, but I never pictured myself needing it like this, you know.
Listen
So
to him,
I
Dave,
never.
needing it.
Well,
It's like me and you say that
sure would.
Dave's locked up on me. There he is.
No, I was just sitting still.
Me and Dave, when we say needing it, we're talking about barbecue
Yes.
I need that too.
or bourbon.
I got a
Need
new
that, too.
smoker, too. So,
Which I haven't seen yet.
oh, yeah.
Apparently, Dave got a new smoker.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see now. I'm thinking about buying one like he bought. That's not. I like that one.
I got a heck of a buy on it, too.
See if you can get me a discount for purchasing a second one.
Discount? Well,
What the heck? He is like fast speed and jerking and everything else on me. Bill, is
I'm
that-
doing that
Well,
on
it's
purpose.
it's not doing that on a recording, so we're good to go.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, email the show, folks, or
Like and subscribe. All that.
like
good
yes,
stuff.
like and subscribe. Email, get a
Leave
hold of
us
us
a
on.
comment, whether it's good or bad. Otherwise,
You can comment directly on the website too. If you don't, you can even be anonymous on there. Just say a
email
quick.
us each.
Yeah,
Steve
don't do
at
that.
3FT podcast.
Oh, you did it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dave.
we do.
See if I can get some hate
Bill.
mail.
Yeah, we do have individual email accounts. If you want to email one of us individually, it's Bill, Dave, or Steve at 3ftpodcast.org. But to email the show is just show at 3ftpodcast.org.
I'd like to hear from some of our folks from across the pond, like we heard for a while.
Yeah, that is
You know,
fun when
and-
we
and
hear
down under down
from those
there.
folks.
So
Let us know you're alive. I know it's summertime and people got their stuff going
Oh
on.
yeah.
Not down under.
Speaking of summertime, I got.
Oh,
my-
yeah, it's wintertime in the summer.
Yeah.
You get snow in the summer and down under. That is weird. Could you imagine?
Yes.
In
It's
the middle of July and you're
and
like,
flying to Australia for your summer break, and it's
it's
snowing.
bad enough the toilet swirl backwards. You got to deal with it
I
snowing in
know
July.
it.
The guy that's always pooping, talking about the toilet swirling the other way.
He's got turtle problems.
All right, kids. We're going to be back in 2 weeks. We promise. I think we've done
what's
this long
2
enough
weeks?
now.
A fortnight?
That's a fortnight,
There we
folks,
go.
for
A
some reason.
A fortnight and
A
two nights.
fortnight. Let's coin that one.
Yeah, for
We love you, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. However you consume our content, we love you. We'll see you real soon. Until then, I've been Bill.
Happy Father's Day from Dave, you gentlemen.
You too.
Happy Father's Day to you boys too. Thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful week.
Have a good one, folks.